Good evening, my good people. Today is a wonderful day. Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Blitz Pickup. I know a lot of y'all probably showing up for the film breakdown, but we had some breaking news. So we had to do a quick. Hey, Audible, check out. We checked out of that play, and now we into a new play. Something our former, should I say former quarterback yet? Wouldn't know nothing about it. Yeah, Tua has been benched, and not only has he been benched, but he the third string quarterback. Third string. That means he's not even going to be active in games. But we're going to talk about it. Matter of fact, let me wait for my co-host to get up here first. Lou, come on up here, Lou. Lou, hey, Lou, what's good with you, Lou?
Tone, what's good, man?
I thought you promised us that you was gonna be on camera and think. What happened? These people want to know why I'm in the tank top. They probably want to know where's Jess and why am I in the tank top. This probably what the question that they're asking.
You know what, Tone? Jess is probably putting on her outfit. Let me get in mine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, what's good, man?
Hey, we are in tank tops and house shoes. Yeah, this is that you can't talk to people that way. Episode of the Blitz Pickup. There's been a lot of talking. I got something for a couple of you people. Reason, yeah, we're gonna get it to you a little later, my brother, but you don't get the beginning of the show. But there was a lot of people, talking trash, calling my co-host a flip flopper. We were told, hey, Ernesto, relax. I'm in the tank top. This is not French Tony no more, my brother. Matter of fact, hold on, Ernesto. Because you here, you gonna know what this means when I put this on. For those of y'all don't know what that tone for life mean, yeah, I'm going back to the essence. That's where I grew up at. If you know, you know. When you see this hat, house beat. Oh, that means we outside for real. But yeah, Lou, you want to get straight into it? Cause
hey man, let's get into it.
Apparently, our quarterback has been benched, and not only has he been benched, he's the third string quarterback now. Which means technically he's going to be inactive and serve as the emergency quarterback. So he's not even going to be on the roster. But a lot of people had things to say about you. So I'm not going to make it about me yet. I'm going to let you have the floor because you've been telling people from the get-go. You saw the writings on the wall. I believe you was the initial, not to my knowledge, to say I think the marriage is over with Mike McDaniel and Tua. I believe you were the first one saying that. So go ahead. The floor is yours, my brother. We want to hear your thoughts.
I appreciate that, Tone. Yeah, so listen, ain't no surprise. Last year, I came out and I said the honeymoon phase basically was over. I didn't say that Mike McDaniel didn't like Tua. He just wasn't in love with him no more. Nah, Lewis, you an idiot. You're a casual. You don't know what you're talking about. They love Tua. Okay, cool. I came out and told people, I don't know if players are really, rocking with Tua like, Stu, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You're casual. All right, cool. The fact of the matter is, bro, they've been looking to get off of Tua Tagovailoa. They've been looking. I seen some tweets earlier of people saying, well, the Dolphins are admitting their mistakes. Yeah, they're admitting their mistakes. That's what they're doing.
Hey, Lou, hold on. Let me cut you off real quick because I don't want to forget this because I know it's going to. I bought this coming up. If y'all can see, Dolphin Night is back, 13. All my mods. I went into our channel and I saw it had to be over 40 or 50 people that was in that. I don't know if that's blocked or I know it's called private area where they're not allowed to chat. So we have the producer in the back, monitoring the YouTube side of it. We don't mind y'all timing people out. Couple seconds, maybe a minute, that's cool. But we do not block anyone over here. Yeah. Anyone, unless they're the troll accounts that come in here with those, the things that come in for them channels and they come in 1,000 times. No one is to be blocked on the channel. And therefore, I don't know how Steve get in there. I saw S. Jackson in there, people that we rock with in there. So I don't know how that happens, but blocking on the channel is not. We don't do that. Everyone have a voice. We take pride in y'all lighting them up in the chat and let them know this is the jungle over here. We can't call this the jungle and we being soft. Nah. Only real, only fake counts. Yeah, only the bots. Thank you, Steve. Only the bots get kicked up out of here. We don't kick no one out. I know it's some people that be in the chat that we probably ignore them. We probably don't want to hear from them, but we don't block people. That's not how that goes. Long as they don't say nothing disrespectful or provocative or things of that nature. Nah, mods, we need y'all to do better. Cause I was in there riding for you. I was like, there's no one on our channel that blocked anyone, and go do some research and found out. See, look at suicide. You remember he was saying someone blocked me, and I'm like, no one did. Look, he's back. So listen,
yeah.
A lot of people. I seen a couple people. I'm like, what? Why is these people in here? To my surprise, Greg wasn't in there. I probably would have let that one slide.
Crazy.
But go ahead, Lou. I wanted to get that out of there. There's no blocking allowed on this channel at all.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Go ahead.
That's a fact. Yeah, listen. Again, the honeymoon phase has been over with Tua Tagovailoa. They're admitting that they were wrong with doing the contract, this, that, and the third. I guess people get offended when I say I'm a tutor, right, Tone? But two. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. In this scenario, I was right. I think the thing for me is looking back at these 6 years, right? I don't want to say it was all bad. I don't. I don't want to say it was all bad because in 2023, when I think we started 8-2 or something like that, 7-3, something like that. We were riding high. Those were good times. In 2023, I think we were 9-3 at one point or something like that. We were riding high, right? But ultimately, bro, this has been a failure across the board, from the general manager, from the coaches, from the organization, from the players. It's just time, right? And I see a lot of people, oh my God, what are we going to stop? I think I was watching Salute to the Collective, right, with TD and them boys. And I think TD said it best. At the end of the day, bro, this season, if fans want to be upset, Tone, off the overall season, be upset for that. It didn't go our way. But as of today, getting the news you highlighted, Tua's been benched. He's not even the backup quarterback. He's QB3. They're moving for the future. That's what we all wanted, right? So that's what we should. Don't be scared of what's coming. Is I guess my message, right? I'm not saying that it's going to be successful. This, that, and the third. We all, hey, listen. It's a wait and see approach now. We got to wait and see. But it's a new day, right? Because we've been doing the same old for 6 years, Tone, and it ain't getting no better. So how much worse could it be, right? And I'm gonna continue a little bit later because we're gonna, you know how we do, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, though, the last thing I'll say, the reason that you see me and Tone in these tank top, these white beaters and house shoes tonight, right, is because Tone, I know you know somebody that said the fact of the matter is I don't think Brian Flores, when it all came around about, well, can you believe what things he's done to Tua and what he used to say to Tua and stuff? The one thing we can all, hey, listen, if you don't like what he said, cool, right? If you don't like how he treated him, fine. I ain't got no issue with that. Can we please stop saying that Brian Flores was wrong? Because he was right. Tone, when I told everybody, Brian Flores, we all heard the quote, can't win with him. I can't win with Tua. Tone, you said it in his space. You were like, oh, I got to give Lewis credit because I heard him say it. The fact of the matter is when Brian Flores sat there and told everybody, I can't win with him, that guy, you think he was talking about the regular season?
No, sir.
You think he was talking about beating New Orleans, beating the Jets, beating the Commanders, beating the Panthers? You think that's what he was talking about? Or do you think he was talking about beating Kansas City? Beating that bully in Buffalo? Beating them Eagles if you get in the playoff? What you think he was talking about? So again, my last statement for my opening monologue, salute to everybody in the white beaters tonight in house shoes. Because our guy, right, bro, at the end of the day. So that's the opening thoughts, Tom. It is what it is.
And listen, it's been said multiple times. I'll repeat it. I remember exactly where I was when Brian Flores got fired. I was shocked. Right now, leading up to the day, we heard people starting to come out and say Miami Dolphins need to stop beating around the bush with Tua and stop walking on eggshells. Joe Rose started coming out in the Miami Dolphins for the treatment that they was giving Tua. I remember it went viral when I put that quote on X and I said, "Oh, I clipped Joe Rose calling him saying that he said that Hollywood don't like him because he sound like a bitch." I remember putting that up there. He didn't say that. He was saying no, it wasn't. I listened to it. I listened to it live and I went back and listened to him. Right, but you know what, Lou? Now let me go back and talk about what I said. What about all the people that was talking about how Brian Flores couldn't talk to him that way and he couldn't coach him that way? He had a vendetta, personal vendetta against him, and basically blaming Brian Flores for the failures of Tua, right? That's what everyone was doing. Now, there's no excuse. What's the excuse for Mike McDaniel? The guy that moved heaven on earth to get you paid, to let the world, to show the world, the NFL, your peers, everyone, to let them know that he believed that you was a top tier quarterback. He believed in you so much, right? It was to his detriment and probably the detriment to the rest of the team. The first phone call he made was a FaceTime to you while he was on the plane. Telling you that he believed in you. Telling you how he's going to make you great and you're going to be better and you're going to show the world. That's what Mike McDaniel did.
Facts.
That guy not only benched you, but he made you the third quarterback. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. My memory might not serve me correctly right now, but is it Tua right now? He's the highest paid third string quarterback in the history of. Matter of fact, he's probably in the history of football, period. There is no third string that's ever got paid as much as him. And this is getting benched by a coach that believed in him so much till he didn't even care how it was he was being looked at in the public by calling you. He went up to his boss's office when allegedly, right? I'm going to say allegedly, no one else in that front office wanted to pay you. It came out that Brandon Shure didn't want to pay you. It came out that Chris Greer didn't want to pay you. It came out that Mike McDaniel, had to go up to Stephen Ross's office and vouch for him. And he benched you. Now, on this channel, I don't see my arch nemesis in here yet. I don't see the what's his name? The Mike Besses of the world in here yet. I don't see those typical Tua fans that comes over here and that have so much pushback against us when we break down the field, which we were supposed to be doing today, and showing the missed throws by Tua, which I had a couple today that I was going to show, but we had to call the audible, something that we probably never, or maybe far in between, maybe slightly, but I don't think we ever saw Tua call the audible in his offense. Some people blame Mike McDaniel. Oh, the play calling is too long. Oh, he's not allowed. These are the questions we have to ask about this quarterback. But when you be objective, right, and you call out when he's playing well, and you also call out when he's not playing well, half of the people in this fan base look at you as if you're not a fan. Some people go as far as to call you clowns, casuals, and don't know what you're talking about. But what happened now? I pointed it out
Shit.
earlier this year. Pointed out earlier this year. I see a lot of these so-called tour fans, the ones that was calling people clowns and casuals, right? I forgot that dude name that was under my post today, Lou. I know he had a thing with you.
Oh, Al Fortega.
Yeah, that Alpha Ortega dude, right? Saying calling you casual because you don't know nothing, because you use the word to and near. Don't even know where it comes from, the origin story behind it. But they will disrespect you and downplay you. Why? Why you talk down on people's names? It's a difference in opinion. You know how many times I told Lewis, man, that I don't know what you're talking about, man. You sound crazy. How many times have y'all heard Lewis say, man, Tony, I don't know what the hell you talking about, man. You putting on for the show. That take that you have is absolutely crazy. You hear us go back and forth with each other all the time, but never, ever call people out of their names over a sport. This is sport. We're a fan of the team. Now I got a long monologue explaining how certain individual, tired of calling your name, wrote down how the things that he was changing and things of that nature. That's fine. Lewis pointed this out earlier. We had shout out to Neil come in and say, hey man, I was wrong. I was the true near. And my response to him was, he said, if it costs me, if it means that I lose some credibility, then I'll accept that. And now my response was, no, why would you lose credibility? You saw something, you believed in something, and you realized you was wrong. And I proceeded to point out, you do know it was at one point, there was a GM or a front office that thought Jamarcus Russell was the best player in the draft and drafted him first overall. Our Miami Dolphins thought it was cool to draft Deion Jordan third overall. There was a GM that picked Sam Bowie over Michael Jordan. These type of things happen. But it's okay to be wrong. Just admit it. We both came up here and said, I was wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. See, but what I don't let people get away with, and this is just me, I don't let people get away with calling you out of your name because they disagree. That's the problem. I don't care about you changing your stance on a player. I don't care about you saying, well, I saw after this season and I realized that it wasn't what I thought it was. So yes, I pivoted. It's nothing wrong with that. I was a fan of Tua in 2022, 2023. To a lesser degree in 2023, but 2022, I was a big fan of him. But guess what? After the 2022 season, I said Tua has to have his best season because the injury plagued him. But I want to see how he performed in big games. He had his first ever fourth season in the NFL in 2023. I said after 2023, my stance on Tua was, I don't think he's bad, but I don't think Tua would be able to get this team, which I was talking about the Miami Dolphins, over the hump. And my reason for it was because I've seen him at his peak. And I realized what is necessary for him to get us to the promised land, which is eventually winning a Super Bowl. And that is a perfect line around him, dynamic weapons, a dynamic run game, and a great defense. And I said, that's too much for a team to have. It's very difficult to build a team that is almost perfect in all four phases. And I said that. And I said, I believe I've seen his peak. And even if where he would have to maintain that level, the things that are required for this team to have, I don't think we could accomplish that. That's what I said. Someone that used to support him. But I never, ever call people casuals or clowns or dummies because they said they didn't like Tua. There's audio of me in spaces telling people, hey, I'm off for Tua. Done with him. 2024, I was done with it. We already know this. But I refuse to let people come in and say Tua is completely trash. He can't play quarterback. He don't know how to do this. He don't know how to do this. All he do is spot throw and predetermined. And I'm like, hold on. You have to break that down because every quarterback, to a certain extent, spot throws. It's called anticipation. But guess what? People was trying to come out and say he wasn't good. He was the reason. Me and Lou went back and forth for who was responsible for the Arizona Cardinals loss. He called it on Tua because of the safety. I said no, because the last time Tua left the field, his team was in the lead, and the defense gave up the touchdown. Difference in opinion. Y'all heard us argue back and forth. But sorry. Never disrespectful, though. Never try to downplay your name and throw dirt on your name because it's we're fans of the team. Now that Tua has been benched, what happened? What happened to all of those fans that will flood your comment section with his accomplishments and call you out of your name and talk about your family? See, I can still come out here and say, where you guys at? I could come out. You know why? Because everyone that I disagree with, I didn't disrespect. I used to be a fan of Tannehill. I got into big, huge arguments about Tannehill because I'm a supporter of this team. Now, some people say, man, you have to be crazy to defend Tannehill. I knew Tannehill didn't have it from the day one, and I still maintain my stance. Not the last two, but the 2 out of the last 3 seasons, it was because of injuries that we didn't get that playoff victory. But I believed, and I still believe today, if Tannehill played against Pittsburgh, we beat Pittsburgh. Because I remember when we was going to halftime down by what it was, I think it was 10. We're down about 10 in the red zone, going into score, and Matt Moore let the slowest running back, linebacker, James Harris, run him down from behind and cause a fumble and turnover in the red zone. And I'm saying if that's Tannehill, he's not getting ran down. And that was the season when Tannehill broke Dan Marino's record for most completions without an incompletion, consecutive completions. But you know what I was being? I was being objective about the quarterback. I didn't just all of a sudden call him trash because he started at receiver, which a lot of people did. But now, Mike McDaniel, his best friend, looked at that man possibly like a son, pissed him because to play on the field. But when we in there telling y'all, hey, he missed this, he missed that, y'all said it was Mike McDaniel. Half of y'all, when we go on the field, I could go put on a play right now that Tua scrambled all the way to the left side on that bootleg where he didn't. And Julian Hill is by himself to the wide side of the field. No one around him. Tua missed him. This was last game. And on one of them sacks, there is a clear lane. Take off. Tua got sacked. I'm just saying. So when we come over here and we say there's plays to be made, but y'all came out here where a lot of people came out and said, oh no, Mike McDaniel offense was figured out. It has been figured out. How? When we put on the film, me and Lewis would say, why would he change something up when every time you turn on the field, there's people running wide open? Go ahead, Lou. I see you came off mute.
No, that's a fact. I just wanted to Tone, by any chance, did you hear what Mike McDaniel's press conference today?
No, I didn't. Mm-mm.
Mike McDaniel said, and I quote, "I need a quarterback to play with conviction."
Wow.
That's what he said, Tone. So when I'm hearing you and I'm listening to you, and the only reason I've been on mute because you just been killing it, right? You ain't told a lie yet. But Tone, I'm gonna say it again. The man said, "I need a quarterback to play with conviction." Now you're just highlighting, Tone. When we come out here and we're breaking down the film and we're showing, hey, this is open. Look at this guy. Look, oh, if Tua holds the ball here, look what's coming up available here. When we're saying that, to your point, everybody is telling us, the offense is figured out. Daniel basically came and confirmed everything that the Blitz pickup's been telling y'all. See, my argument tone to people was, do you think Mike McDaniel, after games, is sitting in meeting rooms with Tua Tagovailoa or any other player, and they're not breaking down the film? If me and you, Tone, and others have access to all 22, do you think the Miami Dolphins have that same access?
They got better access. Their access is at a way higher level than us.
There you go. So do you think there's a chance that they've been highlighting for weeks, hey, Tua, look what you're doing here. Look what you're missing here. This, that, and the third. When I hear the head coach come out and say again, I'm going to say it for the third time, I need a quarterback to play with conviction, that doesn't sound like a quarterback or a coach that needs to change his offense, Tom. That sounds like a head coach that needs to change his quarterback. Because his quarterback is the one that's messing everything up.
Facts.
I don't know, Tone, if you've seen, I've been going back, I even went on the Miami Dolphin webpage. They have player interviews today. They talked to Bradley Chubb, they talked to Aaron Brewer, they talked to a bunch of people. Not one person looked like they even gave two flying fucks about Tua Tagovailoa getting benched.
You heard what Aaron Brewer said.
Aaron Brewer looked like he was relieved.
Aaron Brewer said, yeah, he made the right decision.
They didn't hold back. No one said, oh, well. And then Bradley Chubb, Tone, I don't know if you've seen what Bradley Chubb said. Bradley Chubb said, I still think Tua can be productive, or he believes he could be a good quarterback. But he said in the NFL. He didn't say with the Miami Dolphins.
Yep. Now he did tell a lot, talk about he's seen people get benched and then come back and be great. Yeah, I'm still waiting on the quarterback.
I'm still waiting on that. Yeah, I'm still waiting on that. But the fact of the matter is, again, bro, they're just over it. They've been over it. And to the people that say it took too long, hey, I can't argue that. Y'all have a standpoint. But the fact of the matter is, I think for me, and this is why I went so hard for Chris Greer, I went hard for Mike McDaniel, I went hard for a couple other people. Hey, pause on that. I went hard, by the way.
Hey, yo,
but y'all get, that's wild.
This is a no pause episode of
okay, all right.
We keeping it 100 in here today.
But
every day, but you know.
Yeah. What I'm trying to say, Tone, is look at least for me, look at all the people that have lost jobs because of Tua Tagovailoa. Go down the list. Either they lost their job or they didn't want to be here. Brian Flores lost his job. Vic Fangio, they say he wanted to leave. Yeah, you know why? Because he didn't want to be around that soft shit.
These are facts.
Now, who told everybody that the soft narrative started when Tua Tagovailoa walked in that board? You think now, Tone, think about all the things that we've heard people say. Oh, the owner, he wants a soft team. The owner has owned the team for 30 years. We've had tough teams and tough money. That last time the team you were talking about the Tannehill team. Did you ever think they were soft, Tony?
Nope.
Guess who owned that team, Tony? Stephen Ross.
Stephen Ross.
But you want me to believe he's the one that wants a soft team? No, Tua is the one that created all this softness. It's been a disease. And over here in the Blitz pickup, you know what we do with diseases? Or if you have cancer, you know what you do? You remove the cancer. And today is a day of reckoning, is what it is. I don't know if people can see, it says Lewis under my name, and under it says we free. Because as Dolphin fans, we're free now.
Change don't come
It's
under mine.
over, dog. Oh, you talking about change? You talking about Sam Cook?
Change gonna come.
You talking about change is coming?
Hey, do
Lord
you
have
know that?
mercy.
Do you
Look,
know
that
this gentleman? Now, hey, Em, I'm not gonna lie, I got a bone to pick with you, but we'll talk about it. You, well, I'm sorry, you know this cat?
hey man, Ian. Well, I've heard of him. I'll say that I've heard of him. I don't really know him like.
Who?
Hey man, listen, I've heard of him. I don't really know him like that, but I've heard of him. The fact of the matter is, man, listen, it's a day of reckoning, and it's finally over. After 6 years, dog, it's over. So it is what it is, man.
And the fact of the matter is, first of all, nice of you to finally show up, Jess.
Oh, well, your co-host was busy. She got a new look, you know.
Oh, but we got new looks too.
She got a new look. I've been in the lab all day.
Don't worry, my good. We'll talk. Well, I'm looking for my nemesis that just got here. See, you read? He said Bryce Young got benched. He's not great, and I do believe he said became Hall of Fame quarterbacks. So yeah, you gotta go look what he said. Not gonna happen. But yeah, Lou. So, and nice of you to show up, Game Boy 305 when you had the Bryce Young thing. No. So the fact of the matter is, he got benched by a guy that believed in him from day one. Now, half of y'all blame Brian Flores for his failure. Half of y'all blame Chris Greer and the lack of offensive line for his failures. Half of y'all blame a lack of a running game. You remember all this stuff they was blaming? Now, I was asking this question for the past 4 weeks now. Where are all of those guys that was telling us this team cannot win unless Tua be perfect? I'm asking. Well, I've been asking for 4 weeks. And I said, we've been winning in spite of. Now, us over here, we said, if you pay a quarterback that amount of money, don't tell me the market is the market, and then you don't show me on the field. Because you know what? Your peers are your peers. If the market is the market, then the standard is the standard. And those people that get paid at that market, I'm going to judge you against all of those. I'm not just going to say, oh, Justin Herbert and Travis Lawrence, so y'all can have that. No. You know who else is in that market? Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. Those are the guys that's in that market. Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. You getting paid more than Matthew Stafford, my brother. Yeah, what happened? What happened to the standard? The expectation is the expectation. And I don't think anyone expected a quarterback that is guaranteed, what, $54, $56 million next year? Got a guaranteed $167 million? I'm not even talking about the full 212. Let's just talk about the guarantees. No one expected him, that quarterback, to get benched and play like this, leading the league in interceptions. That's the market is the market. Do y'all remember? Show me the money. Y'all remember that? And you proceeded to go in the offseason and no training, on boats, having a good time. Came in the training camp and everybody, man, you had Ryan Clark calling you. You know what he called you. Because you was out of shape. Weren't in football shape. Listen, it's 49 of y'all in the building. Hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button. If y'all not subscribed, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. This is the channel where we've been telling the 100% objective truth all since we started this channel a year and a half ago. So y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. There is a poll. I think it's still up in there. Y'all make sure y'all vote on the poll. But yeah. Now, I just want to know, and all I see now are people trying to backtrack and say, oh, now they want to have their victory laps. I seen one individual said it took them 6 years to be proven right, and now they feel like they can say something. Hold on. What did that mean? No, when you be objective for this team, you objectively evaluate him. Listen, he played good, but he missed this throw. He didn't make that throw. I remember a lot of people when we were criticizing him saying, oh, why y'all always critiquing Tua? Y'all not talking about the offensive line. When we did talk about the offensive line. Y'all not talking about the lack of the running back. We did talk about the running back. Y'all not talking about how this defense gave up. They didn't give up no punts within the first first 7 quarters. I don't think they got to stop until the second game in the fourth quarter. We did talk about that. But why, when we talk about our franchise quarterback, we always have to, oh no, let's talk about this. Deflect. Misdirection. Point the finger at someone else. Y'all remember? I said Tua never gets on the stand and take full accountability. Never. Get on there and take full accountability. The players in the locker room, they aren't going to like that. I told y'all that. I told y'all when he came out this year in the offseason, when he said that about Tyreek, I told y'all, me and Lou argued about that too. Again, another disagreement that we had. Y'all know how we turned up in here about that. Still no disrespect and no smut on our names. But we can have a healthy debate. But I told y'all, if I know men like I know men, and I know it's sports in the NFL locker room, not NFL, a football locker room like I know a football locker room, they're not going to like that. Tyreek isn't going to like that. Because first of all, the message didn't have a problem with the message. I had a problem with where he said it and who said it. Remember, everyone had a problem with me saying it's who said it. Now look, I'm sorry. I saw the writing on the wall. I didn't need someone to go in the locker room and tell me that that wasn't good in the locker room. I told y'all about the division in the locker room. I told y'all that there were some people on Tyreek's side and there were some people on Tua's side. And the one individual that was blatantly on Tua's side that should I be a tutor? That I pointed out, Jalen Phillips, he's out the building. You remember that one dude that Mike McDaniel had a problem with? And it came out, oh, we're getting rid of people that don't respect Mike McDaniel. Jalen Ramsey's out the building. Now, who was over there laughing and having a good time with Jalen Ramsey? That was supposed to be the guy that we thought was supposed to be our franchise quarterback. That's what that was. That was supposed to be, he's out there. Now, we had an ex-NFL great, O.J. McDuffie, posted on his X, put a picture of him on his knees looking disappointed. And he said, this is how I would look after a loss. And he put that under the video of Tua laughing and having a good time with Jalen Phillips. He said, I wouldn't be laughing and smiling in no one's face. Especially after we just got eliminated from the playoffs. Officially eliminated from playoff contention. And that's what you're doing. Tone deaf. They had a picture of Brewer looking at him when he was laughing on the sideline. Now, Some people they can screenshot it. So I'm not gonna say too much about it. But guess what, people? The writing was on the wall, and when we stood 10 toes down over here, we didn't care about the so-called experts or the so-called people that's been in this community for years on top of years disagreeing with us. Because that's the problem, I think, was in his fan base. They ain't have enough people pushing back and say, no, you wrong. I don't care how many followers you got. You dead wrong. But they was calling people name calls. No. Now, are you surprised? Not Jess and Lou. I got a question for y'all. Now we know he benched, and I kind of figure where Lou gonna come with this. Do y'all think he played his last down for the Dolphins? Let me start with Jess because you was late. Jess, do you think Tua won't play another snap? Ooh. Do you think he played his last down for the Miami Dolphins?
I want to say yes, but there's something in me that's going to say no.
Lou?
His official last down, I'm going to say no.
This you talk about a period for the Dolphins. You think he play again this season?
I think he plays this season anymore. I doubt it. Okay. Why?
I'm just asking.
There would be no reason to it. Then you're risking injury if you're going to trade him.
Trade him? If you think there's, Lou, what? Hey, Lou, you think he played his last down?
Yeah. Again, Tone, if you remember, even going into last year, before this season started, I was telling people things that, maybe there were rumors, and that's when I started saying, yeah, the honeymoon is over. They like him. They're not in love with him, this, that, and the third. Yeah, I believe he's played his last down for the Miami Dolphins. I think you bite the bullet. Listen, either way, whether it's 26 or 27, as fans, right, it's not our money, right? Let me start there. It's not our money. And, yeah, I think the Dolphins, Tone, Jess, I think they're going to eat that money. They're going to pay it out anyway. You got to pay it out. I think Tua's played his last down. Whether they try to trade him, and even to get off that contract, even if you got to try to trade him, Tone, you don't get nothing back, and you even got to give up an asset to just get him out of the building, that's a possibility. They can outright cut him, this, that, and the third. But, yeah, again, to answer the question, yeah, I don't think Tua – I mean, how can you bring him back? You just benched him. This is your guy. You were just talking about how Mike McDaniel vouched for you, came in, loved you, did all kinds. They tried everything to make this work, and you ultimately failed. Nah, bro. This is, and I seen that somebody said it earlier in the chat. The fact of the matter is, this is not one head coach that benched Tua. This is now two. Nah, bro, there ain't no way he comes back in 2026. I think they eat the bullet, Tone, and they get him up out of here, one way or another.
Now, Steve, I didn't see the Bet US odds, but I did see you said the Vikings, and when you said that, I was going to bring this up. I was watching ESPN. I forgot who it was, and they said 2 landing spots for Tua, and one of them was the Vikings. That was out of the 2 people, the landing spots. And I said, what? Well, the first one, was the Colts, because Daniel Jones, and they said he might not play next season anyway, so they'll have to wait till afterward based on how late he got the injury. And then they said the Vikings. And I was going to say, with Brian Flores? Did they forget? Brian Flores is over there at Vikings?
They know Brian Flores probably getting a head coaching job this year, though.
Saban also benched Tua. That's a fact. Saban also benched. He was benched. Tua was benched in college. He was benched in NFL. See, now,
I wouldn't be surprised. I'll give you another team, Tone, that, again, Could they possibly be a target? Arizona's moving off of Kyler Murray. And the fact of the matter is, I know they're somewhere high in the draft, but let's say Dante Moore, comes out and Mendoza and Dante Moore are off the board by the time Arizona picks. Could Tua land there in Arizona? I mean, it's a dome team. You play 8 games. Listen, you got another home game because you play the Rams.
Who's the head
They're
coach
in
over
that
there?
division.
Kingsbury?
Well, that's the only problem I see, because that guy, he probably might get fired. I think it's some guy named Gannon, I believe, is the head coach.
Yeah, because I heard he was on the hot seat. And I know you're not gonna bring Tua in to save your job. The dude that got all his coaches fired.
Yeah, but could a guy? That's what I'm saying. I think Gannon might get fired. So could a guy that's coming in as a bridge quarterback, if you can't draft one, could a guy just say, "Hey, man, we'll bring Tua in and just have him here for a year or whatever as a bridge"?
If they don't have expectations of winning.
Well, yeah, that's what I think the expectation will be. Hey, we can't get our quarterback in 26.
Possibly.
We're moving off of Kyler. Let's bring in Tua. We know we ain't gonna win with them, especially in that division. And let's go quarterback shopping in 27. You're bringing up the Vikings and all these other teams. I'm just bringing up Arizona as another possibility.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, but listen, now me and you had a difference in opinion too on whether he would be here after this season he'll be going or next season, and I said 2027 and you said 2026. I'm not gonna lie, as of today it's looking more like 2026. Now still have a way to post. That's how I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take a way to proceed about it. But man, benching him, putting him as a third quarterback. If that's not the biggest message sent, I don't know what else to say.
Well, that's the telltale sign for me, Tom. Because again, we're talking about if he can come back in 26. Well, how the hell do you bring him back? It's one thing to bench him, Tom. It's another thing that you put him, bro. He's not even dressing.
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it would have been one thing. Okay, hey, listen, we're gonna bench him and stuff. We're gonna give the Quinn Ewers a shot. Again, I get it. And Tua is the backup. Okay, it is what it is. But damn, bro, to go from the franchise quarterback or what you're deemed as to not even dressing on Sundays, I don't know how you bring that back in the building, Tom. Jess, I like, how do you do that? Because, Tom, what do we always say when we're up here? Many people lie. Right? Many people can lie. It don't matter. Anybody could be a liar. But you know people that you can't lie to? Them people in that locker room, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That locker room knows the truth. They're in meetings. They're watching the film. They're on the practice field. They're in the foxhole, right? They're the ones playing in between that white line on Sunday. And Tone, listen, we called the game. Jess, we called the game on Monday night. It looked like players on the Dolphins showed up in Pittsburgh. I know one that did it. And the facts are the facts. And I think them players in the locker room, again, we talked about it a little bit earlier in the spaces. I know McDaniel is the guy that's been talking here yesterday and today, and ultimately he's the face, he's the head coach, he's the one that's going to tell people, no, we're benching Tua. I think the organization, I'm talking about from the front office, I think people in that front office had some say in this. Ultimately, though, Tone, I think this was more, and again, this is just pure speculation on my part, right? I'm not saying but I'll retract that statement. Players went to Mike McDaniel and let him know, again, dog, we're playing for you, Mike. You see what I'm saying? Like, we were 1-6. Tone, we were 2-7. Dumb players went up to Mike McDaniel and said, dog, we never quit on you. Through all the adversity, through everything, your name, it was on the hot seat. People wanted to get you out of here. We, as the players, we stuck behind you, Mike. But nah, bro, listen, you gotta get old boy up out of here, dog.
Yeah,
You got to get old boy up out of here. And again, for the people, I keep saying it. For the people that didn't hear Mike McDaniel yesterday, I'm not talking about today's presser. I'm talking about yesterday. The man said, and I quote, "I have to do what's best for these players." You don't think these players knew anything about Tua's venture? You don't think these players wanted again, Tony, you brought up when we talked about Aaron Brewer. Aaron Brewer said, no, he made the right decision. You don't think Aaron Brewer, you don't think he had a say or input or a suggestion, better yet said, hey, Mike, oh, hey, man, listen. Hey, like, what we doing here? Tua, hey, it is what it is. I'm just saying, I think a lot of people, you know, again, they're just tired of Tua, man. It is what it is. Everybody involved.
Wow. Hey, again, listen, man, at 54, y'all in the building. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell. We do go live every Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and we also live play-by-play the game. Come over here and join the watch party. Man, we having a Quinn Ewers watch party this Sunday. It's kind of wild to say. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? But I'm gonna be honest with you. This right here, I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised. Right? I was surprised. I thought Mike McDaniel would have let him ride out the whole season. But this says a lot. Now, you know, again, let's point out another fact. We were over here telling y'all, based on the little subtle shots that they were taking at each other in the media, I said, look, that's telltale sign that they're not getting along. Tua threw Mike McDaniel under the bus, y'all. Y'all forgot about that? We pointed this out. People were saying we was over exaggerating. I remember Game Boy 305. Where you at, my brother? Lewis, you know your brother. You always about Batman. Oh, y'all want to do an all 22 about press conferences? That's what we was being told. We were doing too much, making things up because we didn't like Tua. No, we was paying attention. We was reading it between the lines. But y'all didn't want to pay attention. Y'all didn't want to listen. I'm not going to say y'all, but some of y'all didn't want to listen. But we told y'all, come over here for the 100% real, objective takes. We are Dolphin fans. We're not here to lie and coddle and baby Tua. When we called it out about him being baby and being coddled, remember, my reason for thinking that the team was going to quit on him was because of Tua. And I say you're going to end up being guilty by association because these players are not quitting on you, but they do look like they want to quit on Tua. He doesn't have the respect. I told y'all this. I say, man, listen to what he talk. He can't say that. He says the wrong things. He throw people under the bus. He go after the fan base. Like he went out after the fan base. And then you go after Mike McDaniel. I would listen to the Joe Rose show when I heard that. And I said, Joe Rose even had a problem with that. Joe Rose said, this man is the one that changed your life forever, no matter what you can do. He changed your life forever. Most people, including myself, the reason that they want to move on from Mike McDaniel is because of you, Tua. I think 80% of the fan base want to see how Mike McDaniel look with a better quarterback on the center. I believe so. I know people that's been Tua fans from day one, never faltered, never turned their back on him. Finally saying, man, he ain't got it. Mike McDaniel deserved better. Now, you remember all seasons? We were trying to see who was to blame. Greer, Tua, Mike McDaniel. Those were the main three components. There was the main three that we were trying to say who was the reason for the failure and who need to leave. Get up out of here. Tua had just been benched. Mike McDaniel, you on the clock, my brother. And it's unfortunate. The coaches that's been on the clock because of Tua. But we're not going to talk about that, right? It's not fair to point out the fact of the pressure, right? When people were coming out in the media saying Mike McDaniel is so limited because of the things he could do or that he can't do because he have Tua under center. Action always speak louder than words, though. When you put that film on, see, y'all can lie. Y'all can lie. Now, when we came out and told y'all in Buffalo, in Pittsburgh, in the Patriots, we came out and told y'all, oh, no, they was trying to say to her, oh, this right here, and he needs to put these players open, and the route concepts, it's too difficult for him to go from for his first read to read number 2. Y'all remember all the excuses they was making? And when he threw that interception in Buffalo, H-Town was right there, wide open. And he threw that same play, and that's how Terrell Bernard understood and read it. And people were saying, oh, Mike McDaniel, he had this, and that, and he couldn't hold the linebacker. That's what y'all was saying. And me and Louis was on here saying, we just put the film on, and H-Town was wide open. He went to H-Town earlier that game. But, the linebacker broke on the play. Now, Mike McDaniel came out and said H-Town was supposed to be the target. And y'all still pushed back. Y'all still was trying to defend Tua. We come over here Wednesday after Wednesday after Wednesday after Wednesday and put on a film and say, listen, people are wide open. We pointed out the Kansas City game. Cedric Wilson was running wide open. The cornerback fell. Tua missed him. The infamous back shoulder throw. Y'all remember in Buffalo? The game we lost earlier this season. We told y'all he missed that throw. Y'all made excuses. It was a back shoulder throw. This is what y'all was doing. Teams can't get better. We kept telling y'all, that's not how teams get better. Teams get better when you critique them and show them what they've been missing. Hold on. I know for a fact. And right now it's 47 of y'all in here. And 12 likes. 48 now. And 12 likes? Come on, y'all can do better than that. Y'all don't like the tank top. Y'all don't like the brown floors tribute. That's what it is. I will show you the house shoes, but there's no way I'm lifting my feet up.
I didn't get the memo that we were supposed to wear tank tops. Somebody asked me in the chat. I'm like, oh, HR didn't let me know that today.
All I'm saying is the last interception was wild. It was like a slow motion. Yes, all I gotta say is when you go and you objectively evaluate the way the team has been playing, Tua included, guess what? We pointed out. And we have people coming out and say, well, now do the offensive line. Why? Oh, he said refresh your sorry, Nene said refresh your screen. Steve, it's not 12. Okay, my bad. But this is all I see. Because hey, I ain't said they did. This is all I want. This is all we were trying to tell y'all over here. This is all we were trying to tell y'all. Lewis came out here and said it today. Hey, Tone, Jess, do y'all think Mike McDaniel them go and watch film? And we've been telling y'all every single time. Y'all don't think when they turn on this film, they not watching this and seeing the people running wide open like we are? Their technology is way more advanced than ours. They have way more assets. But this is what happens when you have a quarterback that is limited. And then it doesn't help when you go in the media and you start being snobbish and you start being non-likable, dislikable, or however, whatever you say that, unlikable. Because at first, you were the stand-up guy. People always said, if I had a daughter, you would be the type of person I would want my daughter to marry. That's one thing you had on your side. No one could have any negative to say, anything negative to say about your character. Then you come out and you start throwing teammates under the bus. You start throwing Mike McDaniels on the bus. You was throwing fan bases under the bus. And now everyone is like, whoa, where's this guy? Now the question is, did money change you? That's not a good sign. I told y'all from the get-go, when you have a divided locker room, that is not a good sign. That is a direct reflection of the leadership on your team. More specifically, the quarterback. I said this. I say you can deal and get over a divided locker room with your other captains, with other players not getting along. But you cannot do that when your star player and your star quarterback are not getting along. That is a recipe for disaster. We said that at the beginning. The writing is on the wall. He follows that up. I said, listen, y'all got to remember. I said, now, you are the one that don't go out and put on the field. You can't call nobody out, my brother. Your play doesn't dictate you being able to call people out. Now look at it. Got benched by the dude that probably put more effort into building him up, to trying to elevate his game, trying to keep his self-esteem. He changed that guy, reborn that guy. I mean, what you call that? Rebranded him, revitalized his career. Your career was done. He revised it, and you turned on him. A lot of people, y'all thought it was just speculation. It was said Ramsey, that's what you do after a performance like that, Ramsey? Completely unacceptable. Completely. I'm sorry. Hey, Lou, I don't think I asked you, but do you think that Ramsey thing was the straw that broke the camel's back? And Jess, you too. You can answer it too.
Yeah, listen, from an optic standpoint, it was terrible. To let all of us see it, this, that, and the third. Listen, it's no secret, Tone, Jess. Mike McDaniel and Jalen Ramsey didn't get along. They didn't get it. It was like two things that don't mix. And that's fine. In the world, there's people that you're gonna meet and it just don't work out. I'm not saying that. Could you imagine? Your team just got eliminated. The guy that vouched for you, now Tone has been telling y'all all night. We've been highlighting certain things. The guy that got on the plane, that got hired, the first phone call he made was to you. The guy that got you paid, the guy that resurrected your career, the guy that has stuck up for you. Tone, how many times have me and you went back and forth about, and me and just everybody, right? And y'all tell me, well, Mike McDaniel don't hold him all the way accountable. He might say something, but he always gives him a soft landing. This, that. Mike McDaniel has done everything for this guy. Everything. Could you imagine Mike McDaniel looking, turning around, and he sees Tua Tagovailoa in the middle of the field, keying with Jalen Ramsey? My biggest op. Jalen Ramsey been out here talking trash about me, wanting me fired, all kind of stuff. And I've defended you to the death. And all of a sudden, hey, man, it is what it is. Look, the guy I defended. So, Tone, I said it earlier in the space, and hopefully everybody understands. Tone, I look at you as my brother, right? Me and hey, whatever. Hey, I'm riding with Tone. It ain't gonna matter. We riding. Now, if I got an op, I've never told you, Tone, not to talk to nobody, and you have never told me not to talk to nobody, right? What don't need to be said, it's understood, right? That's not what men do. But I'm just saying, if I got like a real op, you know what I'm saying? And I turn around, and all of a sudden, Tone, I see you, and you keep keying, and every hey, man, hold on, Tone, what the hell you doing, dog? Now, all three of us got problems. You know what I'm saying? Me, my op, and you. We all got problems. You know what I'm saying?
Spit up my drink when he said
I'm just saying now all three of us got problems. You know what I'm saying? And that's how Mike McDaniel probably feels, dog. Like, bro, I went to bat for you, man. I did all this stuff for you, and you over there keying with the op. Nah, bro. So yeah, Tone, to answer your question, yeah, hell yeah, I think they had something to do with it. I think if Tua wasn't keying with Jalen Ramsey, he might be the quarterback too right now. He might be the backup. But okay, you want to go?
You don't get the dress over here, boy.
Nah, we ain't even dressing you when we get back to Miami, dog.
You can kiki like laugh with whoever you want now.
Yeah, key your ass on that bench. Hold that clipboard. Nah, bro, hell nah. You think you gonna sit there and talk to the op and I'm just gonna sit there and take, man, you done lost your mind. So hell yeah, Tone, I think it has something to do with it.
Yeah, man. What about you, Jess? You feel the same way Lou did? It was the Ramsey thing. The starter broke the camel's back.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Lou there. Absolutely.
Hey, now Lou, you know what? You couldn't say it more better. I couldn't say it more better than what you did. But you remember when I told you, the Brown Flores, when you was like, no, I don't think he had a problem with Chris Greer. You remember? And I say, nah, Lou, like it was the same. Remember the same line? I say, nah, Lou, now you imagine Chris Greer when he had on his wife beat and shoes, and you like, I think it was Stephen Ross, not Chris Greer. I say, no, I think it was Chris Greer too, because you brought me in. I'm your guy, and you're not gonna go to bat for me. Yeah, I feel some type of way for you. Now, all these people that supposedly my staff and the people that's in the building, yeah, they don't like me because the way I am and I refuse to lose. But I'm supposed to be your guy. I respect your football mind. I'm here because you put me in position. You believed in me as a head coach. And you're not going to ride for me? You're going to be on their side? Nah, I feel some type of way. And now you see what I was talking about with Mike McDaniel with Tua. You supposed to be my guy. Yo, we stop taking out the human part of people when it comes to sports and athletes. They're still human beings. They are. We still have our flaws. No one's perfect. It happens. So yeah, I think the same thing. Now going forward, I don't think him and Chris Greer have a problem, but I think Brown Furs really was offended by that. Now, come on, man. All of them. I just need you to have my back, bro. I can deal with the rest of them, but I need you to have my back, man. And I think that's what happened. And eventually what? Both of them got up out of here. And y'all want to know? Y'all want to know the lack of respect that they have? You seen Tyreek on there trolling him? Y'all saw it. Then he tagged Armstead and said it was your fault. All that says a lot. I'm telling you. Y'all got to pay attention. That's why all the time I tell you, listen, I read between lines. I understand. I've been dealing with people for a long time. You could say something, and I could tell sometime by the tone of your voice, there's something wrong there.
Mm.
Could tell. Okay, I felt. I know. I seen it. I seen the switch, the tone of your voice. You know. Yeah, I peeped that. I understand that. Oh, you asking certain questions. Oh, okay. I see what this come. I know what I know the real answer you want. So when you come out here and tell me, and I see Tua talking like that, you think I'm not gonna? Yeah, I picked right up on that, and that's crazy. That is crazy. You can't have that in the locker room. Me and Lou were saying we're not going to war with that dude. We aren't. Thank you, Nene. Y'all forgot he came out and damn near called out all the players that weren't showing up to the involuntary players only meetings. The one that we got tired of within a span of 2 weeks. Players only meeting this. Players only meeting that. Players only meeting this. At one point in time, every week, me and Lou was coming up here and asking each other, hey, is he going to say something else stupid? Can it get even worse? That's kind of crazy to me. You want the forbidden rules, the unwritten rules. You don't break those. You don't. Lord just came up. What's understood don't have to be explained. Sometimes I could tell if I'm going to rock with you based on certain things that I have to explain to you. If I got to explain to you certain things, nah, it ain't for me. I'm cool. Non-personal. Just can't do it. There's certain things that I shouldn't have to explain. Ways that you need to move. Things that shouldn't be said. And I saw that when Tua was coming out in his press conferences. I say, no. That's not. He's not the guy to do that. And now here we come, full circle. And Mike McDaniel bench Tua. And third string? Like, you third string, my brother? Inactive? Yeah, I think it's more than just performance on the field. And Lou said the key. Now, I didn't watch the interview. But you rest assured, if I hear him say, I have to do what's best for the players, that means them players agree to this. Those players agree to what's going on. When I hear Aaron Brewer come out and they ask him, do he think Mike McDaniel made the right decision, and he don't give a PR answer, he say, yes, he made the right decision, that tells me everything I need to know. You listen to how Bradley Chubb answered it, it was PR. Not Aaron Brewer. There wasn't nothing PR about that answer. Was it Aaron Brewer one of the guys he threw under the bus? Oh, y'all forgot about that, did y'all? Y'all about to recognize what happened? Man.
And sticking on the Aaron Brewer tip tone, you know why Aaron Brewer don't have to walk around and be PC or nothing like that? Because Aaron Brewer is one of the best centers in the league.
You see him putting him. We put on that film.
He got a leg to stand on. What's Tua gonna say to me? Tua, you playing like the worst quarterback in the league. I'm one of the best centers in the league. What we talking about? I'm putting on. I'm getting my job done. You ain't. So now what? Again, hey, listen, man. It is what it is, dog. It is what it is. It's over for Tua, at least in my opinion. At least for this season. I think now, again, Tone, I don't know, maybe later on down the line we have a show or whatever and we kind of really get into if he's going to be here in 26 or not. I don't think so, but listen, as of right now, it's over, though. I don't know how you bring him back. I listened to Mike McDaniel's presser today, and he was non-committal about 26. He basically said he can't predict the future. It didn't sound good. You see what I'm saying? So, Listen, man, at the end of the day, we all should be happy. We got what we wanted. Tua seems like he's, especially this season, it's over for him. And looking forward, I don't think it looks good, man. I think it looked, well, good for us, bad for Tua. So it is what it is. But it's over, man. So, oh, look. Oh, Mike Best is in the chat. Look at Mike Best.
Tua is gone. The reason he is the third QB is because he will have to get paid out if he's injured. Tua contract is guaranteed. What are you talking about? What? Nah. Blame the Arizona safety on him. Oh, blame the Arizona safety on him. Oh, that was what he said. Well, Mike Best, your dude gone. I'm just wondering if Lewis will be Kiki in the space tomorrow. Kiki in with who?
Yeah. I'll be keying tomorrow for sure. Yeah, in the space tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, I've been letting them shots go on Twitter. I've been sending out tweets and stuff, but no one seems to respond to them. So it is what it is.
Oh yeah. Speaking of shots, y'all got anything else before we get out of here? I'm gonna take my shots too.
I was gonna ask you to elaborate on that because you said, "Oh, you were gonna take shots." Shots at who? Are you talking about alcohol?
Nah, I'm talking about people. You good, Lou? You got anything?
Oh, no, I'm good, man. I'm good for the night, man.
Oh, okay. Steve, once again, over years, my brother.
Hope you're okay.
Yeah, I hope you're good. He said that last time, saying I'm good to see you at least healthy enough to show love on the channel. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we have our team back. We have our team back. But see, my co-host just he just admitted to taking shots on Twitter. I want to make something very clear. I said it earlier. The shots on Twitter, to the regions of the world. You get what I'm saying? I think it was to the Omar Kellys of the world. Not too much Omar Kelly. I don't think he disrespected you, right, Lou? I don't think so. I think he just said something like get the channel up or something like that. So I ain't not to him. I'm gonna take you out of this. But you and that Alpha Ortega cat, I watch. I mind my business. My brother's a grown man. And he go out there, he asks for debates. And I see people, a lot of people probably don't like he loud. He probably could rub people the wrong way. But see, when you disrespect him, especially when you disrespect him about this show, you disrespecting me too. See, that's the difference. Well, I think y'all forget about that. And when you say Lou and them is who? Now we got a going joke on here with the and them word, but that includes everyone over here. You know what I'm saying? Like that dude that disrespected Jess on that other channel, you disrespected all us over here, my brother.
That's a fact.
So for the people that I don't forget, now I let my brother fight his own battles. But I'll be damned if I see something going on. See, I'm on his side when he wrong. I'm most definitely on his side when he right. And I'm remind you every time that you called him out of his name just because you had a difference of opinion. Now, he's on the show right now. I ain't tell him I was going to drop that tweet. I ain't mention it. He ain't had no idea. The only way he found out, he got a notification. Yeah, David, I'm talking about them too. Now, Reason dropped this whole monologue under there trying to explain how the difference of opinions and how you were switching up and try to say me and my takes, how I was mad at what it was talking mad trash about TD about the spot throwing. First of all, EM, if you hear, that's what you're gonna have to clean up because I don't like people lying on my name. That's the part you got to clean up. One thing I'd never do is say anything behind back that I don't tell the people face. It would never happen. Reason, go get your receipts on that. But I do have a receipt saying that, yes, Lewis was. Since you asked for the receipt, yeah, that same dude that you said could vouch for what I said is the one that confirmed that you were talking about Lewis. So yeah, that's your receipt right there. Now you go take that how you want, and you take that up with him. But yeah, no, I don't let no one, because you disrespect our platform. You try to talk down on our name. Lewis told y'all 100 times, we never tell no one not to go to no one platform. When that dude came over here, that we allowed him to bless our stage and our platform, and he went over there talking trash, the very next day, guess what? We still ain't tell nobody not to go over there. Still didn't tell no one not to go to a channel, because we don't have to hate on anyone. No one intimidates us. You talk about a small YouTube channel, whatever it is, but guess what? We growing ours organically. We don't change our narrative. We don't placate to the fan base and to the team just to make everyone like us, because I don't like the way my team is being ran, and I'm going to say something about it. That's why we started our channel, to be able to say something. But we don't ever disrespect people, or at least or call them out their name for a take. Nah, I would never rock with that. Because I've got into it and had differences with people all the time, but I don't disrespectful. He gets into it with that dude CB every time, and I never disrespect CB. Ever. I always go up there, yo, keep my name out of that, bro. He's a grown man. He can handle his own beefs. But when it comes to trying to down talk our platform or discredit his name and call him a clown and a casual, no, I don't rock with that. And I'm not going to let that ride. That's my loyalty. I don't care how it is. I decided, if I call you family, then you family. No, you don't get away with that. Now, I'm not going to go out there and say, I just asked you a question. That's why I tagged him. You talk to him about it now. I reminded both of y'all. You remember he said this, Lou? I didn't. I didn't, but all I know is now you got to talk to him now, because you disagree with what he said about Tua. And then you try to go a whole monologue. Oh, you was a big fan of Tua. Everyone in spaces or on this platform understand that's one of my reasons why I critique him the way I am, because I was a big fan of him. Then there's nothing wrong with that. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all like to walk around and act like y'all perfect. Y'all aren't. Everyone has takes that going to be predicted incorrectly. But you don't call people out of their names because you disagree with it, because you're emotional about a player on this team. That's where y'all go wrong at. And I hope y'all, just because I'm going to stay quiet, but I don't let nobody, you're not going to disrespect my platform. You disrespect him, you disrespect our platform. I want y'all to understand that. For anyone that don't know what that means y'all disrespecting our platform. Now, if y'all go at him personally, that's between y'all. He's a grown man. He can handle it. That's why I rock with him. If I'm nowhere around, I know for a fact no one could come to me and say, "Hey, Tony, you know all that." What Lewis, he didn't do that when he was over there by himself. I'm gonna look in your face and say that's a lie. And I'm quite sure he had that same confidence. No one could go to him and say, "Hey, man, you remember what all that stuff with Tone? Oh, he was over there, this, and that. He didn't have that same energy." Lou, how many times I say, "Hey, you know, such and such, I saw them. Just the energy I had with him." No one was around. It was just me.
That's a fact.
It was just me. So yeah, y'all can have all that. I don't know how they usually do it on YouTube, or how it was, and I got around in 2022. But I stand on business and principles. And that go for anyone. I just went today and I told all of my moderators, I don't care. There's people in there that talk trash and they don't like our takes. But I just told all my mods, there is no blocking over here. Y'all come over here, get in the jungle, and y'all tell y'all talk, give y'all takes. And I seen, I don't know who it was, one of the mods was saying, there is like 4 different arguments and fights in the chat. That's what we are here for everyone to give their opinion and be able to stand on it. And what did I say? Provocative, disrespectful. That's the only way you block someone off this channel. Don't block anyone. Everyone come here and say what you want. Gameboy 305 been my arch nemesis because he's been going against everything I say. Every single thing. I never not bring up his comments. I never not acknowledge them. I still do that because I'm willing to stand on my take. And it's a football game. And you know what? Since we wanted to get a little petty, let me take a page from my petty homie book. So you want to talk about takes and Lou, you was on that 2023 train. One you one the one that said Chase Young was the only not the can't miss prospect on 2022 draft? Wasn't that your reason? That was a terrible take. How many people called you a coward for that? How many people called you a clown? Better yet, didn't you say that Jared Judy was more of a can't miss prospect than CeeDee Lamb? That was you. There's receipts out there for that. Ask me for them. That was a terrible take. Nobody called you out your name. Nobody called you a clown. It probably wasn't wrong. It was a bad take. Cool. It happens. But you're not gonna call my co-host a clown because you disagree with his take. Yeah, I take it personal. Yes, I take it personal. For everyone that, Tony, you got to stay out of loop. No, I don't stay out of nothing. I don't know how y'all raised up. I don't know how y'all grew up. I don't start channels. I don't work with people that I don't feel like I treat them as family. If anyone knows me, you can ask anyone. I have family members right now. All my brothers, everybody met my brothers, and half of y'all don't know. Half of them are not my real brothers, not blood brothers. Those are the people I grew up with. But no one in this world would know that unless I told them that. No one in this world would know that because that's how I rock. That's the only type of people I rock with. So no, yes, I took that personal. Yes, I did. Me and Ian got into it because I wanted my brother to get his stuff off, and I said, stop defending him. I don't care. And y'all know before that time, me and Ian was real cool. I mean, we back cool now. Ain't really, it's never nothing personal with me. But we were real cool before that, but we got into a heated debate, but I was going to defend my brother to the end. Don't care. And I know they cool, and I know it probably was killing them, but I don't care. That's just how I am. One thing he's not gonna know, he's not gonna know that. Hey, nah, man. Listen, I knew what the intentions were there. But if you want some more, we can still call out some bad takes. I'm not the one to play with because I could go do homework. And I told everyone one thing: I'm not the one to play with when it comes to doing homework. Just let me give my takes out, have a good time. But if I sit down and dissect stuff, no one can mess with me. No one. I don't care who you go get whoever you want. That's why I talk the way I talk. But that's my little spiel for right now. That's my little warning shot. This is not about changing your opinion on someone. This is about disrespecting someone that I call my brother. That's what it's about. It ain't about whether you changed or had a difference in opinion. No, I would never forget somebody because it's crazy. It's crazy that you feel like any people could be in this fan base and come. You know how many times these people in our chat disagree with us? We'll spend 15 or 20 minutes going back and forth. And sometimes they get emotional. Sometimes they get heated. But no one get called out of their names. But yeah, so if y'all wonder where that shot came from, if y'all seen it and wonder what the whole long monologue came from, yes, I did take that personal because it makes no sense. And that's someone you got phone numbers. But don't that subliminals I don't respect. I say direct. If Lewis say something stupid, I say, boy, that was dumb to his face. But sorry, I had to get that off. I wasn't letting that slide. Sorry. Yeah, I was waiting for this day. I was. If y'all want to say victory lap, yes, I was waiting for this day. I was waiting for where y'all at now. I was waiting on that. Yes, I was. Because I know what objectivity look like. And I know what people that just want always got to be positive and just want to be right. It ain't about being right. It's about being respectful. But yeah, I got it. Go ahead, Lou. It seemed like you came off mute to say something. But yeah, I just wanted to explain that part. to y'all. I ain't the type to go on Twitter and type 100 things. I just take my shots and then move forward. I got better things to do in life.
Nah, I was just saying, like shit. But I ain't. Hey, listen. Hey, like you said, and this is why I appreciate you so much, Tone. When I get into my battles and stuff, I don't need you. It seems like you and it seems to me listening to you, you don't need me right now. So again, it is what it is. You my brother for life. You know that. It is what it is. I respect everything you said though. I co-sign. It would be the same way. Like if you again, when you brought it up, when Jess got disrespected, we jumped out. Nah, we ain't gonna take the disrespect over here. So it is what it is. But hey, I co-sign everything Tone said, 100%. It is what it is. Like the feeling is mutual. It is what it is. That's what we do over here. We got everybody's back. If you a part of us, we gonna rock with it. It just is what it is. Loyalty to a fault. I'm with to Tone's point. I'm going to be with him when he's wrong. I'm gonna be with him when he's right. It is what it is. So hey man, listen, bang, bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is.
All right, Jess, you got anything before we get up out of here?
No, the internet is not a real place. I hope people remember that.
That for sure it's not a real place. I show people this every day. Hey, Steve, my bad. I hate to put you in the middle. I know how my dog feel, but hey, man, it is what it is. But that's you had to get down there. But hey, Lou, man, hey, get us up out of here, man. You know what to do.
Hey, man, this has been the Wednesday episode. I know usually we do the film breakdowns, but we had some very important breaking news to discuss. The era of Tua Tagovailoa is over, ladies and gentlemen. It's been 6 long years, but it's finally coming to an end. Basically, if I can give you an analogy, we were the Titanic. The Titanic hit the iceberg. It's basically sinking. Now we just got to come, the survive will survive. And I think for the most part, when I look in this fan base, we got a bunch of survivors. So we'll be fine. With that being said, though, this has been the Blitz Pickup. We'll see y'all Friday for, what game's coming up? Oh, yeah. Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals will be taking on our new QB1, Quinn Ewers, in the battle of losers, I guess. Losing teams, I guess. Either way, we'll see y'all Friday. For Tone, for Jess, for myself, for the producer in the back, y'all know what it is. It's the Blitz Pickup. We'll see y'all Friday. Hey, the revolver goes to, hold on real quick. Ooh, Lord, have mercy. The revolver goes to Tone because he was killing y'all tonight. I ain't going to lie to y'all. I ain't have to say nothing. Hey, y'all know what it is. Bang, 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 bang.
Hey, for the record, me and David will be out there to see Quinn Ewers' first start. This is a no Joe Burrow show this whole week. I don't know that dude. Never heard of him. He's trash. We'll see y'all later.
That's cat.